happy.
Dustin, man, what's going on?
Not much.
How you been?
Good. Hanging out. Made
Cool.
it through COVID, so.
We all did.
It's pretty cool.
Coming to the other side.
good there.
Yeah, I got vaccinated the other day.
Cool.
It was, wasn't too bad, but it did.
You said you were feeling like crap.
I did.
the
I
other day.
did. I was surprised, man. It was.
He helped me
I'm
unload some
down for
wood
it.
at the office, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll come help you." And then we started unloading wood, and he's like, "I need some water." And I'm like,
Was I dying?
Beat the shit.
in my head, I'm like, "I was gonna hang out today. Like, it's gonna be a good day." And as soon as we finish unloading wood, he's like, "Peace, I'm
Yeah,
gone."
see you
I was
later.
like, "Dang it."
It was bad. But I'm feeling better now, so it's good. So how's life, man? How you been?
It's good. House hunting right now, so.
Yeah, you were
That's
kind of mentioning that
yeah.
earlier. How's that going? The market's pretty insane right
Pretty
now.
stressful. Everything's about 20 to 25% more. And then you're trying to offer over that. So say a house is $260,000, you got to offer, $270,000.
Why is that?
Are you serious?
I
Why?
don't understand it. But I mean, you're not going to get it if you don't.
Like, you don't go to
Try to
Walmart
bust
and be
out.
like, "It's $5 for a pizza," but I'll offer Walmart 12.
Well, you don't have a bunch of other people fighting for the same pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
What area are you looking at?
Trussell right now.
Oh yeah,
Trussell.
Trussell's
Irondale.
steep, man.
Yeah.
That's real
It's
steep.
steep, but there's areas over there. Kind
It's
of
on
like
the come up.
Hollow. Yeah, it's really cool. We were surprised when we were kind of, viewing homes over there, how neat it is over there. So
All the cool stuff to do on Highway 11 right
Oh,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Like the whole, I guess, entertainment district they're doing.
yeah. Main reason is that Chase Base is moving to Trussell, so my full-time job is moving out there into a 50,000 square foot building. So we're growing. We skyrocketed through COVID and stuff like that. So we're on the up and up. We're releasing a lot of more products and stuff right now. So
So Chase Bays, what is Chase Bays?
we manufacture fluid assembly products or race cars. So drift, road race, daily driver, whatever. Mainly just anything from fuel delivery to just little knickknacks and stuff like that.
Which, Katie, he has the link in his bio. If you want to click on that, the Chase Bays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This place is so rad.
Yeah. Been there 7
I'm not a
years now.
car guy.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude, I'm not
I'm
like
always-
a car dude either.
But I'm always scrolling to see what you guys are up to.
So what do you guys sell predominantly? I mean, do you guys have people that are just tuning up cars and
Yeah,
want,
so
like,
our
aftermarket parts
market
and stuff?
is the swap market. So say you buy a old beat to shit, whatever. It could be a Celica, it could be a van, whatever. Usually we don't do products like that for those kind of cars, but our target market is for someone that's modifying a old import car and they want to put a different engine into it or whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll make a power steering kit. Usually we'll make the whole 9 yards. We'll do power steering kit, fuel line kit. We'll do brake lines, clutch line, brake booster delete,
Yeah.
clutch adapters, stuff like that. Anything that someone needs to, make it look better in the engine bay is kind of what we want to do.
Do you guys sell parts for a 95 Wave Venture?
Okay, here we
No.
go.
No? Okay.
Here we go.
I bought an old piece of crap jet ski.
Don't. It's
and,
cool.
It's coming together, but I still haven't got it running.
No, it has ran. We've taken it out twice, and we had a ball. And then this last time, it didn't do so
It
well.
died in the middle of the lake. I had
And
to
now
swim
it-
it back to the dock. But,
Okay.
Anyways, just throwing that out there. Well, yeah, that's cool. So you work at Chase Bays full time, but you also have your own brand that you've done that I'm not, he's probably more keen on it than I am.
Yeah.
Okeydoke, am I saying that
Okeydoke,
correctly?
yeah.
Good, baby.
Is that like a car clothing brand? What is it?
That's probably the easiest way of saying it. It's just
An apparel.
putting my artwork into things that I enjoy. So cars are like my main thing. I really enjoy car stuff. So I made a brand kind of based towards the car community. So
Sweet.
stickers, air fresheners, little stuff like that.
But you guys also, I mean, I've seen you like putting on like meets and doing like different things. Like you're doing a lot more than just making t-shirts.
Yeah, we started out doing meets. That was pretty cool for a while. And then other people started doing meets. And then it's kind of hard to attend all of these meets while trying to focus on your own thing too. And then Chase Bay's taken off. So it kind of takes a lot of that energy out of you where you're not, Plus, I didn't really have a lot of help the past few times. They kind of flaked at the last minute. So
what's
stressful trying to get people to help you.
Not being a car guy, but having an appreciation for cool cars and stuff. What exactly, with one of these meets, what is it? Like
So it's
what
just
are you doing? It's like
just a gathering of people that all have like-minded interests or interest in the same cars or whatever, and you just have a bunch of vendors out there. So it's just a big car meet. So people come from all
swap
over the
parts
US,
and sell swag.
yeah,
and
typical.
whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like your
it's kind of like a swap meet,
so
maybe. Or something like that?
Sometimes it just depends, but usually if you go to like a bigger meet, say it's like an actual event like FD Atlanta or something like that, you go out there. There's BC Racing. There's like a bunch of other like sponsors out there selling their stuff to like people that go out there
just
with
car
suspension
enthusiasts
or whatever.
You got to show off
But then
what
you
you
have
got.
your typical car show where there's like clothing vendors and sticker vendors and just general stuff like me.
Okay.
Stuff like what I do.
So
Whatever.
Riverside meet, how was that?
Great.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was a good redemption. So COVID hit the day of going down. So we poured 3 to 4K into merch, loaded up the GX. I had my car, so I'm driving. Emily's driving the GX, and we're heading down to Chattanooga. We get to the Rainbow City exit, and I get a call from Mason, which is the owner of Riverside, and he says, "Hey, they called it off. They can't do anything. Like they're locking the streets down. They're pulling people from bars and restaurants right now. Like it's on a lockdown. Like you can come into town, and we're still going to have like little pop-up meets here and there, but the event is canceled." So I'm like,
What do you do?
So this is the Riverside meet.
"This is
Yeah,
a
it's
Riverside
like-
meet." So
Is that like
one,
a big car thing in Chattanooga? You said.
Yeah, in Chattanooga.
Okay.
So it's every year around March or so. It's in spring. But since it got closed down or it got canceled, not this March, but the March before got canceled, we had to move it to October when it kind of freed up a little bit. And that was pretty nice. But then you have October and then the next one in March. So there's like a very short window of prep work there. And we didn't think a lot of people were going to come out, but it was huge. It was the biggest one yet.
Everybody trying to get out of the house, find something to do.
No, but the last Riverside was awesome. We doubled what we usually do when we go down there and sell stuff. So
y'all are just like a vendor at this. You're not part of the group that puts it on.
I'm really tight with all those dudes,
Okay.
and I usually host their after meet every year. So we'll do the main meet where we vend, and then we'll leave about an hour early from that meet, and we'll go set up somewhere downtown Chattanooga in like a big parking lot with like just us. And
Do donuts.
just a ton of
Just
but just
Street
a
race and all
bunch
that
of
stuff.
cars show up and just hang out for the rest of the night. It's really rad. So it keeps people in town.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So when can I borrow your car?
How is the car coming, by the way?
It's good.
You're always tweaking on it. There's always something next.
It's beat up right now.
What kind of car do you have?
I have
For those
a
of us
Lexus
that
IS300. It's an 01. It's manual swapped, and I put a 1JZ GTE inside it. So
You're speaking total jargon, but that sounds awesome.
it's an engine from overseas that came in a much cooler sedan that I want, and it makes 300 horsepower from the get go.
Wow.
So did you buy it from overseas?
Well, my boss bought it from overseas, and then I bought it from him when I needed the engine after blowing.
They ship it to you in a big shipping container?
I think so. Yeah, they ship in like a big crate
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, they
I
just
always
pull it
wondered-
from a car.
I always
and-
wonder what that process is. People who import cars from overseas.
Yeah.
Kind of what that's like.
Just go to the dock and
Usually,
pick it up.
usually just put them in big like metal shipping containers.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you said you put that engine in after you blew your other engine?
yeah.
How did that happen?
I was actually heading down to Chattanooga to meet with the owner of Riverside, which is Mason Gavin.
And you had to race somebody on the way.
No, I was heading down there because I was going to help him do his manual swap in his IS300. So I was heading down there, and I was about to get out the downtown Chattanooga exit, and my engine just blew up.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
oil pressure just did this, and I didn't really know what happened, and it just
Just bogged down and died right there.
bottom end.
Dang.
But I sold parts off the engine and stuff to kind of fund that engine going into the car. So
Okay.
that helped me out a lot because they're pricey now. I bought mine for $17. Now they're selling for like $3,500. Yeah, it's insane.
Damn.
Yeah, everybody wants this engine for some reason.
Now, what's the engine again?
1JZ GTE. It's a VVT.
1JZ GTE.
Yeah.
Okay, and you got it.
Yeah, it's a small single turbo. Makes 300. If you do any little slight modifications, you can make pretty good power with it. So
So where do you go get to like actually try this 300 horsepower engine out and actually put it
there's
to
a
the test?
raceway in Columbiana called Mid Pond, so you can go out there and drive, like do like little drift events out there, or you can just drive on the street. Or
Dude, that's sick.
whatever.
Okay, so you do that regularly? Go out there and
Mid
drift
Pond,
and stuff, or-
was trying to make it a thing to try to go out there every month or so and drive and just really learn the car and have fun, but everything got in the way with COVID and money
Sure.
and house hunting and all that stuff. So I've kind of just space that out. Try to enjoy it when I can, and it's not stressful.
Mid Pond, is this where, I know this is kind of a throwback, but you were featured in a pretty big music video not too long ago. Did y'all film that at Mid Pond?
No, it was filmed at, where was that? Mobile Super Speedway. I think like one of the Fast and Furious movies were filmed there.
Okay.
One with like the racetrack
Mobile
or whatever.
Super Speedway?
It's Mobile, something. I think it's Mobile Super Speedway. But yeah, I was in a Little Cat, Little Skies, or No Cat, Little Skies music video.
Tim showed me that. He was
I
like,
see his
look at
billboard.
this.
Yeah, yeah. Now the dude that's, or I guess he was in cahoots, but he's with Cole Bennett and all those dudes.
Yeah.
They just did that Post Malone video.
Yes.
It just came out.
Me and Tim
he
were talking
was
about it
the,
today.
The dude that filmed our video.
Can you
was
pull
part
that
of
up?
one.
What is that? What is that on YouTube or something?
Yeah. So go to YouTube, pull up, what was the song? Do you remember?
Light Beam.
Light Beam.
Light Beam.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
that was a cool experience.
So what? They just reached out to you and said, "Hey, you got a cool car. We'd like to use it in our video."
Yeah, so I have a
mean,
friend that lives up north. His name's Sebastian Rodriguez. He is a art director for car scouting for some of these big music videos. And he reached out and said, "Hey, there's a music video being shot in Mobile. Would you be down?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. Like, who is it?" And he didn't tell me. And I was like, "Okay, well, that's cool. Like, it's probably someone big. That's awesome." And he was like, "Well, I need 2 more guys." I was like, "Okay, well, I'll just ask my dudes at work." So I asked Ryan and a friend that worked with us at the time named Joey.
probably
He's in
also
Atlanta
have
now.
cool cars.
Yeah, so he has
Okay.
he has an IS300 as well, and then my friend Ryan works with me. We're really good friends. He drove his G there, so we just loaded up our shit one night. Like, it was the next day. We called off work, went down there, drove, came back, and we were like, "Yo, that was fucking rad." That
That's
was
so
really cool.
sick.
Yeah.
Tim was showing me the music video. So it's called Light Beam?
Yeah, Light Beam.
Who's the
dude,
artist?
Little Skies, Skies.
Yeah,
that's it right there.
That's me right there.
Now, was he in your back seat? Whose back seat was he in?
He's in Joey's backseat.
Oh.
So I didn't feel comfortable at the time. So I don't have a rear sway bar in my car.
Okay.
So my car wants to grip up pretty easily. So just doing donuts, I kind of want to dive in a little too hard because my rear end's gripping up really hard.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't feel comfortable. And there's more room in his back seat because he didn't have a passenger seat.
Oh.
So Little Skies could kind of sprawl out and just hold on to that Surikawa handle.
So that was your friend's car. That
Yeah,
you
that was my
just
friend's
sitting in.
car. Yeah.
So play that again. That
Was them doing donut?
so that's not in your car, right?
That's
now?
not in my car. Yeah, that's in
Okay.
Joey's car. Yeah.
There's a rad shot. Y'all were posted up at a gas station.
Oh yeah,
That-
that's the shot. Yeah, that was cool. That was the first shot.
Yeah.
That's my car again.
That's so rad.
Yeah, it was an experience.
So you didn't know it was him until you got there?
Well,
I
so
love those cars.
I need to pull up the text because that was
You still have the text?
I still
Let's
have the
go.
message. Yeah, I still have the message in here. Let's see.
Yeah, Tim was talking to me about that. He's like, "Yo, Dustin's in the Little Skies video," and I was like, "Doing what?" I was like, "What is Dustin doing?" He's like, "No, his car." And he showed me.
I think I told him. I was like, "Yo, I was super stoked about this."
Yeah.
Dude, it's got 4 million views.
Yeah,
Look at that.
it blew up.
Dude, that's crazy,
I don't
man.
have good service down here.
Dustin, he's big time. I'm telling you, dude.
So what do they have you doing when they're shooting all this B-roll and stuff? You're just chilling?
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
Are you in the car? Or you just have it running and you're standing off to the side?
at the gas station here, we're in the car basically the whole time, while they're doing this. And my car,
Just like-
my car stayed on, and my car has an issue with overheating,
Oh, no.
and it starts
Oh, no.
beeping, and I had to tell someone, "Yo, I need to run in my car real quick and cut it off, or it's gonna blow up." And he's like,
okay.
"Oh, you need to run over there right now," and I was like, "I don't want to get in the way." He was like, "Oh no, you're
The filming, you're just
They'll
running
keep
in the
going,
background.
They'll just do it again, and I'm like, "Oh,
Just start
okay."
dancing
So I just
your way
ran
through
over
it.
there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have good service down here.
Now, did he
sorry, we're in my
ever?
basement.
I was curious of this. Did he ever ask to drive one of the cars? No. Okay, good.
I think they were kind of scared of it.
Okay.
They were pretty pumped about it, but they were I think that Little Skies was pretty scared to get into Joey's car. I could be mistaken, but I think that he was a little nervous about it.
So they have him, the camera guy, and the driver, I guess.
Well, no, actually, in that shot, they had a really
Camera mount,
cool
right?
suction cup
Yeah.
thing on the outside of the car, and they
Oh,
would,
okay. Cool.
put a bunch of stuff on the door so it didn't vibrate or cause it to come off or something.
All right, do some donuts. Sing your song. That's so sick.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
That was rad.
Have you done any music videos since?
No.
No.
I did do a video at Mid Pond with a local dude. He asked to shoot my car when I went out this past time, so he did a video recently.
I feel like I saw some videos or some photos or something you posted.
I
and you're
posted
out here.
about it, and and Instagram and Facebook said, hey, like, it's got a song, we don't want it on here, and they cut the song off, so I just deleted
We
it.
run into that. Even with our artists. With Day Day signed with Sony, we get copyright striked on everything.
Yeah.
And so we have to, say we make a promo video, we have to send it to the label. The label has to whitelist it, and then we can post it. But I try and make Instagram posts all the time. They all get shut down.
Yeah. So I haven't even tried to repost it. So I shared it, but I didn't post it again. So I shared it from the dude that had made the video.
Well, that's sick, man. That's really cool. So how did you get into cars and doing your own brand and all that stuff in the first place? Because it feels like I've known you for a while and then kind of watched you through like social media and stuff. And it seems like you've done a lot of different things. You've always had your fingers in different projects. So how did you, like Okeydoke, your current brand that you have now, how did you get to this point?
Started in high school. I had a brand called Neck Deep Clothing. I would like work on it as much as I could after school or even during school. That's all I like just thought about.
Just a love for graphic design or art or what?
It was just,
I mean,
it's literally me trying to dabble into something that's just not me drawing on paper. I wanted to like get a computer and make sharper lines with certain logos. I want to do logos for bands. I want to do logos for other musicians or, companies or whatever. And then that idea turned into, why I can just do this shit myself. I can do my own logo, or I can, sell my own t-shirt. I don't have to sell it to somebody else. So then I was like, okay, I can figure out how to make a website. So I started with Big Cartel and started selling t-shirts and stickers and a few other things. And then Neck Deep, the band, popped up in the UK. They signed on to a smaller label, and then they signed up to a much larger label called, what was it?
Neck Deep, the band.
Neck Deep is on Hopeless Records now.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
were on like some small, like grassroots style little like record label called We Are Triumphant. So I didn't think they would get big, and then they shot up and started doing tours of the day, remember?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this isn't good. They're probably gonna not like me doing this. And so
How long have you been doing it by the time they popped up?
Sometimes.
2 years.
2
2.5
years. Wow.
years or
So that's a long
I
time to
started in
invest.
2011,
Yeah.
2012, 2013 or so is when I had to just
You have a band that
altogether.
pops up with the same name.
Yeah.
You're like,
So they started on Tumblr, and I was trying to like really get my work through Tumblr, and then people were like retweeting or retumbling. What is it called? Reposting. I can't remember what it's called. Anyways,
It's 2006 days.
they're like, sharing my logos and all my t-shirt designs and stuff to like all these different pages. I'm like, what is this? And that's how I found out about the band. Because all these like these like fan pages are sharing my
well, there's
stuff.
only like a bazillion bands out there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's inevitable. I could put two words together, and there's probably a band.
There better
called
not be a
that.
heavy ultra out there.
There probably is.
We did it first.
And yeah, they're gonna.
So that happened, and then they said, hey, you can't sell your stuff. Or
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get reached out to by like?
I got
the
reached
band?
out to. It wasn't formal. It wasn't like a cease and desist letter. It was just like, hey, you might want to watch out. You're smaller. Don't sell your shit anymore. So I just sold whatever I had.
What?
And then
That's kind of harsh.
sold whatever I
Hey,
had.
you better
left.
quit, punk.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, you're interfering with what's going on. And then like the band had actually made some merchandise that was pretty similar to what I had already. Like I
think they ripped you?
I had a Burger King logo. Like
I remember
knockoff,
that.
Yeah. And then they did a Taco Bell one. And I was
Oh,
like,
no.
okay, this is where I need to stop, And then I became like friends with a few members and stuff, and we were just laughing about it. And then I didn't.
oh, so it ended up being cool.
Yeah, it ended up being cool.
Okay.
It wasn't really. It kind of defeated me for a little while. Took a break, and then started Okeydoke. And I just wanted to brand into cars because that was more my interest at the time. Because before it was like skateboarding and music, and then I was like, hey, I'm old enough to drive and stuff, and
Cars are
cool. And then I started working at Chase Base, and it just worked out. It kind of fueled it. So
Sweet. How long have you been at Chase Base?
7 years.
7 years. Okay.
Man.
Yeah.
And you just found them just through the love of cars. It's like, I want to go work at a car company
well,
that sells parts and stuff.
I worked at a print shop called.
You want to work at AutoZone?
Yeah, I worked at a print shop for a while, just learn the trade and try to print my own T-shirts. And I was actually going to, do my own business, like printing shirts. And I was like, it's kind of the same thing in high school where it's like, you want to, do all these logos for different companies and work for somebody else and do freelance work. And I stopped doing that. I'm like, I don't like work for other people,
Yeah.
So I got sidetracked.
Republic, you were working
Yeah.
there. We're talking about Chase Base, how you got on there.
Yeah, so New Republic, I quit there and then asked for a job on Facebook, just saying, hey, looking for a job. I need something now. Like, I got to pay my mom rent to live in the basement. And so Chase reached out to me and said, hey, you can come work for me. It may not be much, but, it'd be cool. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I like car stuff. I'd love to work there. And it was just like little stuff here and there. And then it's grown into this empire, basically.
Because I think you started out doing tutorial videos, installation videos, right?
Yeah, we're actually back to doing that. Finally.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I started out doing that, doing the install videos and stuff like that. And then I've jumped into a lot of media marketing and design. So I do all the photos and all that stuff for the website, all the banners you see and stuff on there, all the promo ads and stuff for our dealers. And, it's been wishy-washy because I started out doing something that I love and enjoy doing. Then I started to work within the company and help it grow. So I was like building line kits and shipping orders and just working as that kind of person. And now I'm back to doing design work and stuff like that. So it's really neat. So I've been back to doing that for about 3 years now.
Okay.
Sweet. Jack of all trades, man.
Full circle.
How big is the company? Like, how many people do you guys
So
employ?
we started out as 3 people, and it was about 4 or 5, and then it jumped back down to 3, and now we're about 15 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And we're expanding very quickly.
Yeah,
So,
50,000 square foot.
we have to. We're running out of room. We can't fit all of our inventory and stuff in one little shed.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
So are y'all shipping? I guess y'all ship stuff all over the world.
Yeah, all across the world. Canada, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, all the cool places that do car stuff.
Dude, that's wild. So when you're not racing and doing car stuff, you're trying to. I mean, how's Okeydoke doing?
It's good.
Lately?
I took a break for a little while just to kind of analyze, if people were still interested, if they want to still buy stuff from us and stuff like that. So we went to Riverside, and it kind of really kicked off, and we were able to get a lot of money from that. But before that, I'd racked up a lot of credit card debt within the company trying to just stay afloat through COVID because it wasn't that great for us. It was good for Chase Space, which is awesome, but I'm spending more time at work trying to get orders out and do all this other stuff, so there's less time to do Okeydoke stuff at home.
So that's always just been like a passion project, like just something.
Basically,
like
I wanted to make it more, but I think I'm still stuck on making it a passion project. I don't think that I could ever do it full time. Maybe if I had a little more help, but it's so hard to separate the business side from like the design side. If anything, I would have to give up one, give someone the business side, have them handle that part. I stay designing, or I give up designing and run the business side because I love doing both.
It's hard.
It's very hard. I actually kind of think I enjoy the business side more than I do the design side at this point. And I've not, grown up a little more, but yeah, it's kind of hard to jumble it all.
Is the demand there? I mean, are you ever not able to like meet orders and stuff, like people?
The demand's there for sure.
I feel like your stuff sells out all the time.
It does. It's just
you gotta bring the hat back.
Yeah, I gotta bring the hat back. Yeah.
You gotta bring back the yellow tees. Those were us.
I'll
never get one.
I underestimate myself. I think that I just kind of want to still stay on a smaller level where it's easier for me because I don't want to be stressed out about it. But when we do gear up and like get ready to go out of town and we sell out, it's such a good feeling.
Oh, yeah.
And so I come home and I put, 30, 50 t-shirts online and they're gone within, 2 hours. That's a good feeling too, but it's like, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to buy 1,000 t-shirts. I'd rather buy 100 and sell them in a faster time than I could sell.
So when you go to these these car meets and stuff, do you have people coming up to you that actually recognize the brand?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah.
It's usually pretty local. I think the furthest we've ever been is Daytona. So that was an experience, and we did very well there. That's probably one of our second biggest meets that we go to. So thousands of people show up there. It's a really big meet.
Car meets coming back? Are people getting
back
out and doing
now.
stuff?
Yeah, they're back now. The one in Daytona is not going to do it this year. One, they outgrew the location. They've been doing that location for about 11 years now. So they're wanting to move into a bigger facility, and then COVID's still kind of weird down there.
Sure, yeah.
So, everything's opened up. There's a lot of people that are very cautious about coming into like a big like party city or so. So just kind of want to stay away from it. So give it another year, then maybe that'll kind of be better by then.
Cool. Well, it's good to hear you're staying busy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. I've always been really inspired by seeing your designs and seeing all the stuff you're doing. And I don't know if you ever talked to Houston anymore, a mutual friend that we had a long time ago, but I ran into him years back. He was like, dude, Dustin is just like balls to the walls, always doing something, always staying busy. And so very admirable. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
we after Battleground was gone, it kind of just like for a lot of us, we just kind of split ways.
Sure.
I stopped skateboarding after Battleground. It wasn't really like a comfortable place to skateboard anywhere anymore. So you lose that one thing that you're, attached to. You kind of help build that place.
Dude, skate park's coming, brother. You gotta have
I'm
to,
excited.
you gotta dust off the skateboard, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I still have the same board I've had for like 8 years or so.
I try to get out and just like push around, get
I need
exercise and
to.
stuff.
I've been trying to play golf lately, so.
What? I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw the post the other day.
I played
for your
golf
birthday?
in high school.
Or the day
Yeah.
before your birthday?
Yeah, it was my birthday.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Saturday. Yeah.
I've never played golf.
Yeah, I played golf in high school. I was like number 1 and number 2 on my team.
Where do you play?
Where do I play now? Or
Yeah, or just where does anyone? Like if I want to play golf, where would I go?
Woodward, Frank House, Bent Brook, Highland.
Oak Mountain, I guess. They got a
Oak
public
Mountain.
golf course.
Yeah, those are like the 3, 4 I've been to or so. There used to be a place called Capstone in Tuscaloosa. We played there a few times in school, but I think they shut it down. But golf is expensive.
I would
Learn that
imagine
again.
it's.
I mean, I knew
It sounds like a very
high
yuppie
school,
type
but now I have
sport,
money and
you know?
I see the price of things. I'm like, it's pretty expensive. For
But
like
when you're
one-
walking around on a hot golf course in the middle of July, are you really having fun? Like,
it's fun, but it's also not fun when you have to wait on other people. So there was like a tournament in front of us on Saturday, and there was a tournament behind us. So we're having to just wait at every hole, like 10 or 15 minutes. Then you shoot, and then people are waiting on you, so you feel rushed, and it's just not a fun, pleasant game anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the closest experience I have is like, playing putt-putt at Panama
Don't
City.
even go there.
People
Don't.
catching up to us, and
Don't.
it's like, dude, I'm trying to putt through the octopus. I don't need you like breathing down my neck, man.
Yeah.
Back off. But nah, man, I've always thought golf would be cool, but not knowing, that's not a sport you just like, I'm gonna go buy some
into
clubs and
it.
just jump into. Like, you need somebody to like hold your hand
Yeah.
and like,
I
here's
had-
the rules and here's
Yeah.
the do's and don'ts of
Yeah.
like golf etiquette. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my granddad played, so he was kind of stoked to see me play in high school. And then my dad or my mom paid for lessons from like some like former PGA pro to like just
Son,
teach me the
okay,
basics.
all right,
and it
all
was
right.
like, I don't know, we probably
Got lessons over here.
met like 5 or 6 times or so at like a local driving range in like Bessemer.
So you'd smoke me at Top Golf if we went right now.
Maybe. I
Okay.
don't know. Just depends.
If I was putting money down, I'd put it on.
I want to put it on him. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's rad, man. I'm very interested in golf. I don't know anybody that plays golf. That's just been so foreign to me my entire life.
It's fun. It's just expensive. So.
So you just pay like a fee, you get a cart, you go play.
Well, Frank House is the cheapest, so you go out there. I think you pay like $30 for like a cart fee. Other places are like $60 without a cart fee, so you have to pay like $15, $20 to have a cart, or like a membership fee. You have to be a member at certain places.
Yeah, like
And-
country clubs and stuff. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Or is that
there's-
more the elite?
I guess
offer?
so, because I think that like Highland and a few other places, like you can't step on the course with sneakers. You have to have cleats or like golf cleats. You have to have slacks or shorts on. Like you have to have.
I was
actual
going to
golf
ask, is there
apparel.
like a dress
There's a dress code.
Yeah.
So Frank House, you can just go out in whatever you're
Jeans,
wearing.
flip-flops.
Yeah, anything you want to. And they don't
Rain
care.
jacket.
But there's other places that are like, you can't get on that golf course unless you have like a polo shirt.
Do they have people out there policing that?
Well, you looked the part.
Hey,
the other day.
Nikes, come here.
I mean, that was
yeah.
just the glove, and I think this shirt.
The glove. I thought you were wearing a polo. No polo. The glove sold
Yeah, I
it.
don't wear collared
The glove
shirts,
sold
so-
it. I was like, dang. Okay.
Yeah, I had to buy that glove the night before we went.
Oh,
To
really?
Target, yeah. Because my grips are like, they're so old clubs, they've been sitting in the basement for so long.
It's like an old bicycle grip.
They're cutting
Slides around.
unglued. So like, I didn't notice until I was out there. I hit a 7-iron or like a 6-iron, and my club face moved like while I was hitting the ball, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And I felt the grip, and it's like literally coming off the rod.
Mm-hmm.
So
Golf, man. Take me golfing, dude.
Yeah,
I'd like
yeah,
to.
it's
I'd
fun.
like
I
to
think I'm
try
gonna
that.
go
That'd be
tomorrow.
cool.
Yeah,
I'd probably be
go
really
tomorrow.
bad. at it.
Heavy Ultra goes golfing.
Yeah,
That'd be
man,
an
that'd be
episode
cool.
right there.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's good
god.
golf.
I don't even. Yeah, I mean, like putting is one thing, but like actually driving the ball and getting the ball to go straight where you want it to go. I mean, it's a little white ball, man. How does
Yeah.
that not just get lost like
Yeah.
all the time?
yeah.
Oh, it just lands in the lake and just start over.
Yeah, driving used to be my thing in high school. I could like drive the ball pretty far, and then I wouldn't be able to have a good short game with like my woods or whatever, my irons. So now it's reversed. Like my drive is terrible. I can't get the ball down the fairway, and then when I go to actually like chip it in, I'm actually doing better with my irons than I ever thought I could. So I don't know if it's like the swing or what. I don't know. I need to watch some YouTube videos and try.
So
to
if the ball goes in the lake, do you just
You gotta
go
drop
home
somewhere.
Or
You
just,
gotta
like,
add
what
a number
happens?
to the scorecard. You gotta drop behind.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's cool. Well, sweet.
But when we played the other day, we didn't really keep score. We just played. Really, fuck it. Who knows
Yeah.
the score? So
That's what I would want to do.
Well, I see all the TikTok videos of dudes just get plastered out there, and
Oh, yeah.
like, you
Yeah.
know,
yeah, nothing
it's like
paying-
golf is like just the excuse to get together and go drink out in public,
Yeah, just go pay $100 and a cart fee and
go drive
all that
around.
money in
And,
clubs.
yeah. Well, what other hobbies do you pursue, man? Besides
about
golf, and I guess that consumes most of your time, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
I like to skateboard again. Yeah, cars.
Skate park is coming, brother.
Cars, art, design. I don't really play video games that much anymore.
You got a pretty good
Yeah.
little tattoo selection going
yeah,
on.
Yeah, I want to do more sleeve work and stuff over here.
We
So
actually had your
tattoos.
artist on earlier this week.
Oh, cool.
So,
Yeah.
how painful was it getting all that? I mean, that it looks pretty extensive.
11 out of 10.
Okay.
I'd say line work was probably the easiest, but I'd sit the longest. And there were certain areas that hurt really bad, but obviously elbow, ditch, and then this side of the arm was unbearable.
So Josh Kaiser was the tattoo artist that's doing it's a Harry Potter themed
Yes.
sleeve
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
got
full
going
Harry
on.
Potter sleeve.
And how long have you been working on that sleeve?
2.5 years.
2.5
Yeah.
years. Now, does a normal sleeve take 2.5 years
I don't
to get
think
done?
so. I
Okay.
think I'm just a pussy. So,
No.
So you just go in for like 30-minute increments, and then you're like, okay.
well, yeah. So the first time was 6.5 or so hours, and then I went in for 1 or 2 3-hour sessions, and then any time after that, I've just gone for 2. Because after that first 3-hour time, I was like, no, like coloring is a bitch. I don't want.
He's not doing color anymore, man. That's what's so
Yeah, I
crazy.
know,
It's
that's
like
insane.
I'm such
So
a fan of his
after
work.
this, I can't get any more color work done.
Well, when we talked to him, I was like, "Dude, you're going like strictly black work," and he's like all into the intricacies of doing like good black shading and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, looking at your portfolio of stuff you've done over the years, I was a big fan of your color work.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, I just don't enjoy doing it. I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. So
Sucks
I
to
feel
suck,
bad
man.
making
You
him
missed
do it.
out.
he's like, I still have clients that I'm working on, you
Yeah.
included. And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm going to finish that. But then once
Yeah.
I'm done, I'm done. Like, I'm
Yeah.
never having to break out color ink ever again.
Yeah.
So the world will never be the
Yeah, I'd
same.
be sad. I'll have to make sure to get something black and white by him.
So how much more do you have left to do before you're done?
2 hours or so. So I got the whole this part of my arm to finish and color.
I bet that inside hurt so
Oh,
bad.
it's so bad.
Oh,
It was
dude,
terrible.
that's
I was
the
in tears.
worst.
I was sweating. I felt like
Yeah,
it smelled
man.
bad. It was bad.
You're probably laying at a weird angle on a table. He's like,
Very
I feel like he's just like sawing your arm off.
So uncomfortable.
It's crazy.
It's not fun. Yeah, I don't think I'll do another sleeve. I probably won't do a full sleeve. I'll probably do like a partial sleeve or so. But
Okay.
not
No Post Malone face
no,
tattoo.
yeah, no face tattoos. Maybe behind the ear or something, but
That's
nothing,
what I said.
nothing on my face.
Well, dude, man, I see pictures of this little moped.
Oh, let's talk
bike
about that.
thing
Oh,
that
yeah.
you've
That's
built
probably
or
my
made.
favorite thing I've ever done.
And
It's
yeah, can you
so
pull a
cool.
picture?
It's so
Is that it?
cool.
That's it.
That's it,
Right.
yeah.
So what is that? What am I looking at?
So that is a 1987 Honda Aero 50 that I converted into a Honda Tact in Japan. So they're
Okay.
the same, virtually the same. Some of the plastics are different. The Honda Aero 50 has the rear plastics that kind of hug over the engine, and there's like a compartment on the right side. And then so with the Tact plastics, it's a lot more sleeker, and it has like aerodynamics like running up, and then you can add these like cool fiberglass panels and
Yeah.
the undercowl that makes it look low, and the
Is it-
rear wing and stuff like that.
All right, so I'm unfamiliar with this. It's an 87. you said.
87
Wow.
Honda. Yeah.
And you wanted to convert it into a Tact? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Or have successfully done
yeah,
that?
have successfully converted it into a Tact. Yeah.
So is that a popular
Yes.
bike over in Japan?
Yeah.
Or
So it's
what is a
it's
Tact? Like, bring me up to speed. What's a
It's
Tact?
popular, like, I think it's marketed towards like Japanese students back in the 80s to just kind of get around because they.
So they're not
mopeds.
produced anymore?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
not produced anymore. And so it's a really popular bike over there. And so over here, we didn't really get a lot. And if you do find them, someone's trying to sell them for like $1,000.
But I mean, it's rad enough you were featured in a magazine
Yeah.
some time ago.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of that on there?
Yeah, I think so.
How did that play out? Because that was so.
Oh, in the
rad.
Japanese magazine?
Yes.
All right, so I'm a part of this group chat, and it is full of,
Is that it right
It's
there
got to
on
be
the
100
left?
more.
Yeah.
It has everyone that is interested in these things from here in Hawaii to Japan or wherever else. People are just finding these scooters and want to modify them. But
So there's a whole like subculture of people like modifying these scooters.
And so
doing
I
stuff
had,
with-
you know, spruce mine up and, you know, it was kind of getting out there or whatever.
1987. Dude, that's crazy. That's the year I was born, man. That's
I had
crazy.
a friend from Japan. I think his name's Toshi. He hit me up and said, "Hey, I want to feature your car in this magazine." I was like, "All right, cool." He was like, "Well, send me some photos and just send me info about like what you have done to it." So I sent him the most basic, like broken down English that I could to him, and then he showed me a picture of it. I was like, "Yo, I need to buy some of this magazine." So
Yeah,
I bought like 10 of them.
So that's
I'll
the
bring
circulation
one.
in
Really?
Japan?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I have a bunch of the other magazine article I was in for the car. I have that one and I have one of these. I'll bring.
That's so rad.
Dude, that's sick, man.
Yeah, that's cool. I got to get it blown up. It's like a full spread. Well, that's a
Yeah, so I can see
bottom.
the, like,
So there's like 2 pages. It's at the very bottom corner. They do it every month or so with different people in the U.S. So it's like a little U.S. feature. So a lot of people in our group have actually been featured in this magazine.
Really?
I was like number 2 or 3, I think, but
Yeah, that's
I was
awesome,
pumped
man.
when they reached out.
So you get out and just ride that thing around and
Yeah, it's 2-stroke. It goes about like 35, 40 miles per hour.
2-stroke.
Yeah,
so it
there's videos
smokes
that
like
came out
crazy.
there.
I would
yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, I have fuel additive in it. I had a watermelon at one time, so it just smells like watermelon when you're driving.
That's so
It's
cool.
really cool. It's fun to take to shows, and people are just asking about, like, what is it? How did you get it? How much did it cost? And I'm like, these are too many questions.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So when you do so in this photo, I see like a picture of your car and this. What is it? A scooter? Is it a bike?
It's a scooter.
A scooter.
Yeah, scooter.
Okay. So I'm not offending anybody by saying scooter. When you go to these meets or shows and you're showing your car off in that, do you haul a trailer? Do you, you ride it
so
behind you? What do you do?
So I usually take the GX or my GX 470. So I pack all my stuff into the GX and then have like a little motorcycle hauler on the back that I've modified to fit the scooter onto. And then I just strap it down and then I drive the car separately.
Okay.
So I would tow the car, but that's a lot of stuff to tow behind
sure,
the GX.
yeah,
I don't
man.
want to burn it up. So I could just buy another vehicle or rent a truck and trailer it, but it's so much fun driving that car on the street, like long drives.
Oh, I bet.
Okay, it's cool. It's rewarding too when you get back and nothing fucks up. So
Yeah.
Well, I can see some of this is in English, but most of it, like,
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're talking about. Look at this puny American.
yeah, it just says
Look
like
at this.
like where it says K style. Those are the types of different panels on it. So you have the front like headlight cowl at the top, like where the speedometer is. Then you have the rear tail, and then you have the under cowl. And then there's a few just different random, like the C-Style Racing exhaust, that's from Japan. And then there's like a seat cover. I bought the seat cover from Japan. Then I had to cut the seat down myself.
Oh, wow.
And then wheel covers from a DJ1R. There's like a flagpole on there.
Now you're building
I see
another
the
one.
flagpole.
Yeah,
I
I'm
saw that
building
Emily
another
got one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have a friend in Chattanooga.
She got
that
the
had
bug?
one. Do I?
She got the bug.
I wanna get a scooter.
Well, she
I
was
wanna
like,
ride
"Oh, that'd be
scooters."
so cool to ride with you." And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to buy you a scooter." And
Start-
then
start a
I looked
scooter
for a
gang.
long time and I couldn't find one. And they kept popping up, but people just wanted too much money for them. So we were in Riverside this past time, and my friend Jared was shooting my car. And he was like, "Hey, man, I still have that scooter that Ashton had." And I was like, "Oh, you still have the scooter?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's not running right now. Like, broke a spark plug or like a cool pack or whatever. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, just let me know how much." So we got back into town and I messaged him like, "Hey, like, just curious, like, what would you take for the scooter?" He was like, "I bought it for $600. I'll sell it for $400." And I was like, "Dude,
Yo,
so
$400?
I'm down." So I think that weekend I went back down to Chattanooga and ate at like a local chicken place down there with them, and then loaded the scooter up and headed home.
Dang.
So
Was it
we've
a
since
surprise? Did she have any?
No, yeah, she knew about it.
Oh,
She knew
okay,
I was
okay.
getting it. But since then, I've bought all the plastics and stuff, which is insane right now. I don't know why, but they're
Everything's
so
insane.
expensive.
Yeah.
And then shipping it over was,
Oh, man.
but I had to
bet.
do it or I was going to lose it all. So the way this proxy services work are, you buy something, then it sits in a warehouse for so ever long. They package it up and they give you a 30-day window. And if you don't, ship it over in 30 days, they dispose of everything in that box.
Take it
So
home.
I had bought all the plastics. So you have to buy full conversion plastics. You have to buy the front plate, like the breastplate, the fender, the inner plastics, the outer plastics. There's like mounting plastics up under the the seat and stuff that you have to buy. So I bought all those for $400 or $500 when I bought mine originally for $120.
Oh, dang.
So I bought all
It's
those.
gone
You have
up
to buy-
4 times the amount.
You have to buy a headlight. You have to buy just different random things to make it as authentic as possible.
So it's definitely a project.
It is a project.
Yeah.
It's like a full, like you have to take everything off.
Man.
Or you could just get it running and just ride it as
You
is.
could,
you know,
yeah. I didn't even get it running before I pulled it completely apart to the frame. So it's like just a frame right now.
Okay.
I cleaned
So you're like an expert on working on these things. If I
the
come
first
across one, I'm like,
the
hey, it
first one
won't
was
crank.
kind of
What's the deal?
difficult, and now I'm like, okay, I know exactly what to do. So
It's like you and that freaking seat.
Yeah, me and my wave runner. Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. You just dive into little like niche things. And
yeah, I had to. Those things are so cool. My friend Ashton got into it. He had one at the Fourth Riverside. He unveiled his and rode it there, and he had like full gear on. He had like a full
this Riverside thing, you mentioned,
He had a
this
full
sounds like a
mechanic
cool
suit,
event to go
the
to.
helmet and everything. So he like pulled up like fully like Japanese cosplay in this motherfucker, and I'm like,
So
Would I have
What is
seen
it?
this in
How
like
do
any
you do
pop
it?
culture references or a movie or something?
maybe I don't know. I've never really seen it anywhere. It's just
I'm picturing Uma Thurman, but like I don't think they had one of a scooter in Kill Bill, but
I don't think so,
I
brother.
don't think so.
No.
it's definitely very different. Where it's like, okay, what is that? What'd you do? How
Yeah,
did you do
well,
it?
I see you posting pictures of it all the time. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's
I
pretty
get a
cool.
lot of questions about it, like, "Hey, would you sell one?" And
That's
I'm like,
rad.
"Oh yeah, for the right price." And they're like, "Oh, that's too much." Yeah, I wouldn't sell that thing. That thing's awesome,
All the blood, sweat, and tears you probably have into
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's like, no,
dude.
no.
Actually, not that much, really.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, the plastics need a lot of work. I had to do a lot of plastic welding and like Bondo, like plastic repair and stuff. So that was a challenge, and then getting everything to fit, semi nice. And then I actually painted it myself, but I never buffed it, so it's got like a bunch of orange peel in it. You can't tell in those pictures, but
No, it looks great.
Looks good. So any
I
other
painted it
passion
the same-
projects?
Same color as my car, so
Yeah.
I wanted something like
That's
that.
cool. Yeah, no, I always see the
wanted
two
a
pictured
sidekick.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to keep the other one red? You're going to change it up?
I don't know what she wants to do. I think she wants to do pink.
Oh,
But I
let's
don't know if she
go.
wants to do like a light pink or like a magenta, like CMYK pink, or
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But she wants to do like a cool like livery on it, like different colors or like vinyl on the side.
Yeah.
I just try to keep mine like, okay, I want to match my car. I want to do chrome wheels, so I did chrome wheel covers, and then I did the exterior white, and then I left the insides black with like red accents and stuff. So
Yeah, the double photo, man, they really play off each other
that's
super
my
well.
buddy Taylor Gallister. He took that photo for a previous magazine in S3 magazine.
Oh,
So that was a
okay.
feature last October. Yeah, and I have it blown up on
You're
the
big time. You're big time. That's
Dude,
all.
I
it is.
just want to see this magazine.
Yeah, go
just to-
click out of there. It's down a
bit
little
farther
bit,
down.
I think. Yeah, it's not too far.
So what other magazines have you been featured
Just-
in? I mean, just doing like
just
car
those.
stuff and
Yeah.
Any other passion projects that you're going to dive into? I mean, your car, obviously, you're out
Yeah.
drifting it and
Passion projects. I want to get another car. I might do more to my GX470 if I don't.
so what is that?
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
click on that.
sorry, what are we talking about?
This photo right here, what is
that's
this?
it. That's the magazine. So it's a full spread. Says 1J.
And for anybody who's listening, check out the YouTube video and
Oh,
see
yeah,
the,
sorry. You're definitely going to have to watch this one.
see the pictures of this car. That looks awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's
And then
right.
there's another photo within that.
Have you had anybody like offer to buy it from you or anything?
I did have someone that wanted to buy it, and I told them no because I don't.
Very
wanna sell it.
politely.
I mean, for the right price, yes, but I would just turn around and
$1
buy my
million.
dream car. So,
No,
and it's basically the same vehicle. It's just a larger sedan from Japan that's right-hand drive. So,
Imported over?
but they're really expensive now. So, may not be able to.
Those vans that have been imported over, those little Japanese
Dude,
little bread, they look like a loaf of bread.
I want a Honda Acti so bad,
They're so cool.
or a
Honda
Hijet.
Acti.
Yeah, those are so
A
cool.
loaf of bread?
They look like a little loaf of bread.
Back to passion projects though. That's kind of what I want to do. I've been teasing the idea of buying one of these right-hand drive tiny little like key vans is what they're called over there. They're
You have a place to
little,
store all these toys?
It's got a
soon.
50,000
Yeah, soon.
warehouse.
Yeah, soon I will. So I actually have a little spot at Chase Bays that I have, like a little corner of the
Okay.
shop that I have my car and my scooters, and I have everything like mounted on
Neatly
the wall.
tucked
so it's
out of the way.
like I have a very good space. If
Yeah.
it was spread out, it would be like all over the garage. But
Yeah.
I'll hopefully have a house soon and not be in an apartment so I can have more toys. But that's the idea, is to get one of these vans, and then instead of actually having a booth at these shows,
Open up the van.
have a van and have a canopy coming off the van. This is just my vision. I want like a canopy coming off the van, and then everything's kind of just out there.
Yeah.
There is no tent. I don't like being in a 10 by 10 space.
Right,
you know?
right.
I hate that. I want to be like outside of my booth and like
Yeah.
meeting people and actually having a good time. And I
So
feel
does this look like a VW bus? I mean, what do these things look like?
You just Google it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or you
that's
can.
the best
I would do a
thing.
hashtag. You
Okay,
you'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
it better. You probably get a better
So-
search result with a
Hashtag loaf of bread.
No,
Dude.
shut up,
I
Alex.
would do
Scroll up to the
Hashtag
to
bread
the
bus.
search bar in Instagram. On Instagram.
Loaf bus.
I
Yeah,
would-
dude. Hashtag.
Bread
let's see,
bus.
do
Shut up.
yeah, do a Honda, and then ACTY.
ACTY. I'm so out of touch.
Okay, that's a lot. Yeah, do the first one.
9,000 posts. That's pretty popular, I guess.
Yeah. I would say key van. Okay,
Oh,
so
that's truck. Okay,
see,
yeah,
a Honda Acti, they have a truck version, and then they have the van.
The van's so much cooler.
Yeah, the van's
Is the
really
van the
cool.
blue one? Is that what
Yeah.
I'm looking at?
Yeah, scroll down a little bit, please.
So you also have the other van, the Subaru Sandbar, and the
Look at that little van. Look at it.
Yeah. So that's my thing, is like I want to be able to like have this as like my centerpiece of the booth with like the
Click on that
scooter.
orange one in the middle.
Open the door, the awning coming out.
Yeah.
That'd be so rad, dude.
There's a little fire truck right
Go
there.
back
See
up and
that
click
one?
on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
orange one right
Yeah.
there.
I gotta let you take the Sprinter van. Take the Sprinter. Take that.
Yeah.
Open
I
it
thought
up.
about
Run
doing
your
a
shop
scooter
out of
van,
there.
too. I'm just trying to like.
Is that
need to
it?
get into something else before I get bored.
Look at it. It's like the wheelbase is like a
It looks like the wind
Smart
would just
car.
blow it over.
I think it's like a tiny 3-cylinder. Like they don't.
It
go
looks
over,
like you don't need to
60
go
miles
around a
per hour.
curve faster than 30 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to flip.
Yeah, there's like videos of people like stomping on the brakes and like they just
yeah.
Yeah.
because their rear engine, like the engine's
What?
in
The engine's in the back of that thing?
Yeah, so I don't know if there's any interior photos in there.
Oh, man, dude.
It's weird.
That just sounds like a pain to work on. I mean, I guess if you have like a deep knowledge of like
Yeah.
how
There's
that,
a bunch of like companies that have like aftermarket, not aftermarket,
Here
like
in the
replacement
US,
parts,
they
but
work
like
on those?
OE replacement parts. Like there's people in Japan, they're like sourcing them and like
Mhm.
stocking them here. So they're pretty, you can get them pretty quickly.
so you've got your eyes on doing projects.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Houses first, and then
All because you don't want a tent. You're going to buy a
Yeah.
van that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
use as a tent, basically.
yeah, that's my plan.
That's awesome.
Like when I roll up, Okeydoke,
Yeah.
a little van.
That, or it may not be like an actual tent. Maybe it's more like a lounge, like boutique style, like walk in, walk
Yeah.
out type
Get a
deal.
cup of
'cause
coffee.
You're completely
just over
flipping the script
whole,
on it
yeah,
too.
because you go to all these shows and everybody has the same tent from the same
Yes.
manufacturer. They got the same style flags. Everybody's got a black tent.
So everybody's buying from the same person,
It's something.
same group.
I don't know what
yeah.
it is, but for some reason, like the car community to me, like all these vendors they lack this inspiration to do a different color or something. And like
Black is cool.
I fell into the black category because I like the color black. I wear black every day. So I just had a black tent. Well, I've had it for 6 years and I want to change it up. And I'm like, well, I either buy another tent or I spend a little more money and make it completely different.
Go
and
yellow.
just defeat the competition. So
Banana
that's kind
yellow,
of what I
baby.
want to do.
His yellow
Yellow
t-shirt,
would
I'm
be
telling
cool.
you, yellow with
Yellow
black
Yeah.
font.
Yeah, Clutch Kickers. There's
Yeah.
a company right now. They do like competition drift series. Their color right now is yellow, and it's cool. Yeah, I really like yellow and black.
So when are you going to get out and go drift again? Is that something you do
And will you put us in the back?
post code? Yes, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
you
getting
guys
at,
can ride
man.
along.
Can you have
Yeah,
a
for
passenger?
sure.
Like if
Yeah.
you go to like a
Yeah.
track like that,
I'm about to put a cage in it, so that's the next thing. So
What's
I have
that
a
mean?
cage. Like
that mean
put
if
a
you
roll
roll,
cage.
It means we have something
we
to
won't
hang
get
on to
killed.
in the
Yeah,
back.
I have a roll cage that's about to go in the car, so that eliminates the back seats. So I'll only have the passenger seat.
Okay.
So it's a 4-door sedan. So, but I don't like people riding in the back seat anyways because it's just so like my
Can you
suspension's really soft.
you can feel the difference with
Yeah,
the
oh
passengers
yeah,
and
most
stuff.
definitely.
So when you go in like to some of these tracks, I've never been to a racetrack. I have no idea what the rules
Usually
are.
monthly events. At this track, there is no like.
It seemed like they have one in Steel, Alabama.
Still's pretty popular.
Is there
but
like
it's
a racetrack
drag
there,
races.
like a drag track or something?
Yeah, there's like there's no like circuits around here that'll let you drift.
I was about to say, if I have a drift car, I want to go drift tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Where am I going?
Birmingham, 3 o'clock in the morning.
The Winn-Dixie parking lot. Is that where I'm
Streets
going?
are your best bet for sure.
So the next time you go drift, man, I would. I'm down to just like sit in the shotgun and film it with a GoPro.
We'll put cameras in it. We'll make something out of it.
That would be so sick. That'd be cool.
I'm more comfortable now that I've like pretty much tore the car up, so it doesn't look nice.
So the roll cage. Yeah. Why do a roll cage? So it can be better.
For me, it's for looks, but also for safety. It's a bolt.
So if you flip the thing, you have a better chance.
That is
of not.
what
If I
roll
flip
cage
the
is for, Alex.
then the chances of me dying or getting
How do they go in? Like, so you have a car that's just like built for like the average consumer. How do you build a cage inside of it? They just weld something inside the shell?
Yeah, this was a bolt-in, so it has like a C-pillar bar or a B-pillar bar, so it's a main hoop. And then you have 2 bars running down, and you have a bar that's...
So it just bolts to the frame.
Every piece bolts together.
Okay.
But it's...
So you can do this yourself.
Yeah, but then there's welding cages where you have to take it to a shop, and they have to completely tear out the interior. But with cool street cars, you want to keep the interior.
Sure.
So there's companies in Japan that make roll cages that are bolt-in, so they fit with all your interior and stuff like that. So I want to keep.
Do you sacrifice on any safety with a bolt-in versus the weld-in?
You do, yeah.
I mean,
it's not as safe. Yeah, it's definitely not as safe.
It could snap there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't think about that.
But
we're just in it for the.
It's better than not having a cage at all, I guess.
Yeah.
And it looks cool.
When you think
it's all
of
about the aesthetic.
Yeah, when you're mean, you think of a street car, you think bolt-in cage. So
bolt-in cage.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're not big into like illegal street racing, I guess, or anything like that? No, I don't think that. You wouldn't admit it if you were.
Maybe when you get a little happy and you want to like get around a turn, but that's about it. I don't really want to get in trouble. I had a few friends that got in trouble in the past, and they had to pay the price for a long time. So
really?
Just expensive. If you get
just
caught,
fines and stuff,
fines and
getting
like
arrested,
your car
and like that.
possibly losing your license, reckless driving, all that kind of stuff. So when you get older and your insurance finally goes down, you're like, I want to keep it here. It's kind of like you don't have health insurance, you don't want to get hurt. So just a precaution. I'd rather take it to the track and learn how to actually, link turns and stuff like that than rather just hit a few corners on the street and say that I can drift. I'd rather, have a little more skill involved and actually be able to tandem with friends and stuff like that.
I don't know. I sent you saw that video of those guys in Russia. Out there at night, just going
Dude, those
through the
are
city.
crazy. I found out about those dudes through TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
Dude, and they're just out there in the snow like...
Yes. Yeah, in the snow and then just like late at night. Not even like super late. There's still traffic like stopped at red lights and he just blows a red light. He's just drifting.
That dude that's driving, or that car that you sent me, that's the same engine I have.
Okay.
But it's in the car that I want in Japan. It's called the JZX100. It's just a big body, 4-door sedan.
It's sick.
So, yeah, and he's just slinging
not a care in the world.
There's like nobody around. Yeah. That's insane. Very cool. Yeah.
It would be fun.
It's nothing like that goes down in Birmingham.
Oh,
I should be aware of.
If you do, you'll get caught. I mean, there's spots you can go to, but you can't stay there long and you can't repeat.
Sure.
You can't go back out the next weekend. They might catch you or so.
Well, it's just, I guess that's pretty reckless.
Yeah. If you're missing out or just,
I know Alex from back in the day.
So like my first introduction to you was like when I first started skateboarding. So I became good friends with Will, and it still remains.
I ran into him, man.
Yeah.
Will Smith. Yeah. William Smith.
Yeah.
He became an electrician and traveled to Australia and was like wiring up like embassies and stuff.
Yeah.
What? He was doing some really wild stuff, man. It was awesome. And I actually ran into his dad, Bud, who started Skate Shack.
Yeah.
And we like caught up, sitting in there in the parking lot. And he's like, "Yeah, Will's doing really good. I think Will just got married."
Yeah. To Spencer Slaughter.
Yeah. Like very recently. But me and Zach were actually at Jack Brown's, and I had this guy sit next to me. He was like, "Hey, Alex," and I was turned around. It was William. And I always remember it's like this little kid, and now he's like, taller than me.
Yeah, because we all skated together and filmed together with Houston, like the one-way skate days and stuff like that. So, but
yeah, skateboarding just in general.
The long shaggy hair.
But so back to you. I remember like walking in Skate Shack, and at the time, I was still wearing like girl jeans from like Goodies or something.
We all were.
Yeah, sure.
Because
Everyone
you
was.
couldn't get like skinny jeans from anywhere. You had to like go to a skateboard shop or whatever, or you had to order from a catalog, like CCS or something. So
We had to go to Claire's.
my mom walked me and my twin brother in, and we were like looking through the crew jeans, and we like looked over, and like you're back behind the counter, like posted up with like really long black hair,
Probably a bandana too.
and like I don't know, the
remember
typical black and white like fallen shirt or whatever. Like you like Corey Duffel.
I was, man. I love Corey Duffel. I was really big into.
And I remember my brother saying like, "Is that Corey Duffel?" And I was like, "Oh no." Yeah, dude, we were so young. I mean, at the time, obviously we can't drive. We were being dropped off at like Skateland, and they were like sneak into Skate Shack and like skate in the mini ramp with like Austin Freeman and a few other kids. Yeah. And then we would like
Freeman.
go in the back room and like watch Happy Tree Friends on that computer. Dude, I don't know. It's some weird times.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I didn't even go to Skate Shack. I don't think
I still
Mom
remember
even
the
let me go.
smell of Skate Shack.
It's crazy. We drive by it. Her parents live down in Oak Grove, and so we roll through there. And every time I go by there, like Skateland's like falling apart, man. It's like,
Really?
yeah,
Is it just,
big time.
Falling in?
I guess it hasn't been touched in probably the last decade, but like most of the letters are off the building.
wow.
It's like the A and then like the L and then maybe like the ND. At the end.
insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you do in a small town with a dying skating rink?
know.
I mean, what do you
It
do
was
with
cool
that?
though.
Oh, it was awesome.
Whatever happened to our mini ramp?
The mini ramp.
It was built in the front yard, moved to the side yard, then disassembled and taken off, never to be seen again.
We took it to Hueytown.
Hueytown.
It lived there, and then I think it was disassembled one more time and taken somewhere else. But for the life of me, I don't remember where at this moment where it was.
I wonder if remnants of that ramp still exist somewhere.
I doubt it.
No.
I doubt it. I don't know if any of it would have ended up at, like, what was the church you used to go to that became the big, because by that time I kind of,
That's Interchange Church, Battleground.
okay, yeah. I know George Edmondson was like a
Yeah,
big part of that
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Been trying to get him on, man, but he lives in Tuscaloosa and he's
Dude,
like,
he's killing
he's
it.
busy. He's busy.
killing
He's a
it.
busy guy.
Yeah, he worked for Centus for a long time when we were all doing Battleground stuff, and he started doing like little odd jobs here and there. I think he was doing like headlight like restoration just on the side or whatever, and then he picked up this video gig, and
He started his own company, Seed Creative,
He's-
and they've blown up, and they have like all these
I mean,
big
every
time
time I go on
clients and stuff.
Instagram, he's posting and saying, "Hey, we're doing this today, or we're doing that." He's killing
Yeah.
it. He's
pretty
doing a
wild.
good job. And he's
George,
got, like,
if you
4
hear this,
kids.
come hang out.
He's killing it.
It's awesome. So Chase Bays is planning on moving to Trussville, looks like.
Yeah.
Is that like for sure that's happening?
For sure. Yeah, we locked it in. We're moving in a month from
Okay.
now-ish. Yeah, so
So how is the car scene in Birmingham?
I was about to
I know
ask.
you
it was
guys
like, is there
sell
anywhere
out
else to
everywhere,
go?
but,
Like if you didn't want to drive to Chattanooga or drive wherever.
it's never been good. I mean, it's good for the amount of people that you know, but past that, it's not. Like, to me, I feel like Huntsville might have a better car scene or something. I don't know. It's just for some reason people can't really get it together here. Like you have a large percent of people that just want to go back to full and like ruin parking lots and ruin it for everybody. It's solely the reason I can't host a meet in Birmingham anymore. So like I don't do these meets anymore because I can't.
Really? What
City won't let
happened?
me.
Was there something specific
Well,
that
nothing
happened?
with me, but when you when you think about the car scene in Birmingham.
Sure, I picture Fast and Furious, man. You got
Well, yeah, but you also think about other people wanting to ruin it for everybody else. So
I'm a badass,
when you
I'm sure,
approach a business or an open parking lot about, hey, I want to throw a car meet. Well, you think about what happened previously Saturday night in their parking lot, or something that happened on the news where someone got hurt or got hit by a car, or gunshots were fired in the parking lot at a car meet in Birmingham or something like that. So that's the first thing they think about. And they're like, well, I don't want to be held liable for this, so no. And you're like, well, I can pay you. I just want to host a meet here. No, sorry, it can't happen. So
They just write it
Car
off.
meet here.
Yeah,
Yeah, just, I mean, if they've seen it happen too many times. So there's people that do these takeovers. It's kind of big in, West Coast and stuff, or Atlanta. People will shut down highways and do donuts and bring out fireworks. And
Damn.
It's just bad.
Dude,
It's bad
wow,
for,
yeah.
Bad for the car community. Bad for people that want to actually do good in it. And, not that I'm like trying to make money off of it. I enjoy it, but it's just an outlet for me to like kind of get my name out there, have fun with it, and like bring other people together as well.
But they're getting millions of views on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
They shut down the highway. They're doing donuts.
For
Like,
the
that's the
crowd,
thing that
yeah.
people want to see. So
Yeah.
there's like a flaw in the culture behind it.
Yeah, there's just a weird, the car community is in this weird like little bubble right now, and no one really knows what to do, so they're just doing what everybody else is doing. And social media has like kind of fueled that, and people are like, "Oh, that's what's cool. We're gonna go out on Saturday
cool.
night,
Crash through a grocery store. That's awesome. Yeah.
You hear like donuts and stuff downtown every now and then, like at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Like, what the fuck's going on? It's like, people are just acting reckless. I get it. It's fun.
It's all the Russian
I'd love
videos,
to
man.
do it.
People want to do what they're doing in
But
Russia.
honestly,
We don't get much snow here.
Yeah,
but,
it's not worth it if it ruins everybody else.
Yeah.
So.
Now, have you ever been to like a car meet or any of these races or anything like that did get out of hand that you witnessed personally?
Yeah. We did the after meet at Riverside.
So this is in Chattanooga.
This is in Chattanooga. It's in downtown Chattanooga. So across the street, you've got a few bars and you've got like a restaurant or so, whatever. So it's in front of like a public library. It's very open. You can just kind of park wherever. You can commute wherever. There's a big parking deck. Well, the problem that comes with the parking deck is people think that like, oh, my car sounds good in here. So people are like revving through the parking deck. Well, that incites more people to do the same thing. So then instead of doing that, let's move to burnouts. So you move to burnouts. Now you move to fireworks. Now you move to whatever.
Fireworks. What the hell's with the fireworks?
Well, they didn't do fireworks. But what I'm saying is like it'll just keep escalating. It takes one person and then it's a domino effect.
Yeah.
So we've ran into that issue the past 2 years. We've done the after meet at the same location. And it's like it starts at 6. People roll in at 4 o'clock because they want to get the good space because they weren't able to get a good space at the main meet. So they're like, okay, I want to feel included. I want to be there early. I want to act a fool, and then get it shut down. So we had to leave an hour early. We had to pack it all up. The cop came and said, hey, we've got to shut it down. I'm sorry. And he's really cool. He's friends with like the owner of Riverside. So it wasn't like, it was like, hey, you need to get your shit and get out. Like, we're not having this. We're going to shut it down. Riverside's not going to happen ever again. It's just say like, we can't have you here because if you're here, this is going to keep happening and we don't want this to happen anymore. So it sucks, but it takes one person to just start
That's really
revving
it.
their car.
Yeah.
And I've approached a few people before and it never goes well. They just get an attitude. They're like, well, who are you? Like one dude said, well, are you Mr. Riverside? And I said, well, actually, yes. Like I am hosting this for him. So technically this is tied to Riverside. So if you would please, stop doing that. Like, that'd be nice.
What was he doing? Just revving his car a lot?
He's driving his car like in front of the booth. So like our booth is here, his car is here, and like I can see his tailpipe. And he's like banging off front limiter, like 2-stepping in front of me, like flames are popping out. There's like kids around.
I'm gonna burn this tent down.
Yeah. So like I gave him a few, whatever, like let it go. And then he jumps back in the car and does it again for another group of people. And I'm like, okay, you gotta stop. So I go over there and he's like trying to beef up with me, and I'm like, it's not that deep. Just maybe don't do it. He was just embarrassed and wanted to act a fool in front of his friends, but he stopped.
I can imagine a lot of egos floating around the car community. Yeah. Now, have you ever had any problems like this at the events that you've put on? I would imagine they maybe a little more tame, a little smaller.
Yeah, they were a little more tame. So we did the parking deck in 2017.
But you said you're not allowed to do it anymore.
Well, so we are, but not to the caliber that I want to do it.
Okay.
So like I can do more confined spaces. I could find somewhere, out of town, whatever. But my thing is like if I can't do it with everything I want to do with it, then I'm not going to do it.
Sure.
Like I don't want to do it half scale. I want to do it full scale. If I'm going to plan for someone, I'm going to put everything I want to into it.
But you're saying the stigma behind that is kind of like
so
scaring a lot of people.
I would like to keep it downtown. But if I keep it downtown, there is nothing big enough downtown. And the one place I want to do it at is like going under all these changes, like with bankruptcy and I don't know. So they're like not getting back with me and stuff like that. So I just kind of said, I'll give it a few years. And people are asking all the time, hey, like when are you going to do another meet? And I'm like, just wait. Like I'll do it one day. Just let me get all this other stuff in my life out of the way, and then I'll try to move back into it. But I've had a lot of fun with Riverside.
So
me, I
so
don't
Birmingham
want
needs
them.
its own riverside,
Yes.
basically. is
Yeah,
what
and I
you're doing.
tried to do it, but it's, for some reason people are just like, oh, he's just stealing people's money, or hey, you know how local people are, like they kind of doubt you. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, he's not a good designer. He's not,
It's the
oh,
homeboys.
he's not actually making
Yeah.
money. And
Yeah.
you're like, I'll
The
show you.
hometown, they're
Yeah.
the first one to like
It's very strange.
turn their back
So,
on you. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I just kind of, I don't know. I want to do it again, but there's a lot of doubts with other people and a lot of people that like helped us put it on. That it's just, I don't think that it'll happen here again. Probably have to move it to like another city, like Huntsville or something.
Yeah.
Do you see any future spaces that might open up? I know they're doing the whole city walk thing and like revitalizing a lot of areas of town.
I would like to see if there's a large under.
That's what I was gonna say.
With all the
Like,
lights and
area.
stuff, that'd be cool.
And
Yeah.
so like we took photos down there, and I had a photographer take a few photos down there of my car, and it's just, it would be fit for sure. And there's a bunch of people that go down there and do like little meets and stuff, but they've already ruined it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they just like.
A lot of like just other car groups came in and just ruined it for everybody else. So now when people go down there on a Friday or Saturday night and they just want to like kind of congregate with their friends like after work or so,
Police shut it
the
down.
police show up and say, hey, you can't just park and loiter here anymore. So that kind of blows.
That does suck. We just got those bridges.
Yeah, I know. And it's just, it takes one person.
I know, man.
One
That's,
person to go out there and do it for Instagram Cloud or whatever, get videos of it, and then you just ruined it for everybody else that wants to do it. Not the same thing you did, but they
Yeah.
want to go and actually enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
So,
well, dang. Well, maybe one day we'll have our own riverside. Until then, we'll have to
Yeah.
just keep going and chatting.
Hey, we got a skate park. We can't be that far off from it.
yeah, not too far. It'll happen. It'll happen.
I feel like I've learned a lot, man. I know nothing about like Birmingham car culture.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I learned like
It's-
just a
it's-
few
it's-
tidbits tonight.
It's definitely like 2080. It should be, 50-50 or none or zero or whatever, but it's like 20 people or 20% of people that like actually care and want to give back to the car community and do things right and do it for them and other people at the same time. But then you have the 80% that are just in it for all the wrong reasons. They want to buy this fast car. They want to go.
they want to show out. They want to look cool. They want to
do donuts in a
burnouts
parking
and-
lot,
yeah.
hit people, around people, whatever. And then, I'm just not, that's not where my head is.
Dude, I've seen some crazy videos online of people standing too close while people are doing donuts, get
Yeah.
smacked with the car and
Yeah,
get
it's-
shotgun
you
across
think
the
that
parking lot.
by all those videos,
Get
you're
killed,
like,
It's crazy.
maybe we shouldn't be doing this anymore. But for some reason, I don't know. I don't get it. So, does it look fun? Yeah. Is
It
it,
does look
is
okay.
it dangerous? Yeah. Is it ruining it for everybody? Most definitely.
But is there any way to combat it? Is there any way to like get through to people?
The only way you're going to stop people from having fun is to set limitations. You take things away from them. You say, all right, well, now this, the whole state isn't going to allow modified vehicles on the street. So then that affects everybody. That
Yeah,
affects
dang.
businesses like Chase Face. It affects me as a person that enjoys driving cars on the street for what it's worth,
Do you think it'd ever get to that point?
I think that California is already kind of doing it. And then
Really?
there's all these petitions going on about like
Like
emissions
no
and
modified
stuff.
vehicles, period.
Well, so you have Ocean City, Ohio? Ocean City, I don't know, somewhere. They host a car meet, H2OI. They don't host it anymore. But
HDOI.
H2OI.
H2O.
I can't remember where it's at for some reason. I'm having a brain fart. Anyways, people go out there, and as soon as you get in the city, they have tow trucks. And they have limitations or restrictions where if you come with a lowered car, they'll measure it, and if you fall in that category, they'll impound your car, and then you have to pay to get it out, or you'll get tickets and you can't get your car
Wow.
out.
It's become that much of a problem.
Yeah, so it's like exhaust, like decibel reading. Like if it's too loud, they pull you over, they pop the hood and say, oh, it's, emissions or, things are wrong with it. You can't have this kind of stuff on it. They'll just take your car for all the reasons that they just can't. They've just set these rules.
So you mentioned California. You think, are there other states that are
I'm not really
enacting
sure.
these strict?
Maybe not here, like in the South,
Sure.
Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Kentucky, or Tennessee or whatever. But I think that more out west, they're starting to really crack down because
I guess it's a bigger problem there too.
That's
I would
where
imagine.
it's becoming an issue. But everybody here looks to out there and sees what's going on and then repeats it here.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time. I mean, I'm not saying it is going to happen, but I think that if it keeps going on
That
like
sounds
this,
so extreme.
I think
man,
that they would
never
do
even
it.
thought.
You know, if it becomes an issue. I mean, people are shutting down like major roadways over there.
Yeah, that's insane. I've seen
like
videos
thousands of
myself that I've
people.
clicked on, and
Yeah,
it's just
thousands
like,
of people
we
drive.
shut down the highway. It's like a 5-lane highway, and they're
Yeah.
just out there like,
Yeah.
tearing it up.
And
It's
like
insane.
someone that's new to cars and someone that wants to have fun would, view that as like, oh man, that's awesome. That's so cool. Like that's so like movie like Fast
Right.
and Furious or whatever. But in a grand scheme of things, it's like they don't know that is screwing this whole thing up. Like you're screwing it up for everyone.
It only takes like 1 or 2 people to get
Parts
killed.
manufacturers,
or
dealers, companies that want to do good for everybody. You're ruining all that. So just ruin the car scene.
Dang. Birmingham's car scene.
Yeah.
Summed up right there.
Not that it's terrible,
Right.
but it could definitely be better. But there's a large group of people that get together on like Saturday mornings, do like cars and coffee.
I was gonna say, is Cars and Coffee still kicking?
I would say that's the better half of the car scene for sure. Once you get into more of the younger crowd of, people just want to go out there and just do whatever and tear it up for no reason. That's when it becomes an issue.
Cars and coffee. Now, you mentioned Chattanooga many times. I mean, what about like other neighboring states? Georgia, anything going on there? I would imagine Atlanta.
There's drift events and stuff in Georgia. A company called, or a group called iTrack. They do events out there at Linear Super Speedway. It's across the street from Road Atlanta. They do events out there. There's some dudes called Street Circle. There's Clean Culture. There's a bunch of car meets out there. More clout-based style car meets, but they're still really cool. The only difference with Riverside is it's more like genuine. It's still very small, so it's very like, you can kind of congregate and still talk with people. It's not like just
this
running around
giant
all day
thing,
and eating something and then going home. It's more of like, the motto is come for the car, stay for the people. So it's like just a big gathering of people that just really enjoy cars and like-minded people and want to have conversation and stay for the whole weekend instead of just
Sweet.
go to a car show that morning and then come back home.
Right.
So when's the next Riverside event?
It'll be in March. Well, actually, I think I have a date. I can't say it. Actually, no, I can. We released it. It's April 3rd, I think.
April
Could be
3rd.
wrong. I think it's April 3rd. It's on a Saturday. But, yeah.
Can I bring my wave runner?
You could. Actually,
Okay.
there's a bike section. I'm sure he wouldn't
I'm just
be...
going to set it up.
I'm sure he
and
wouldn't be mad about
work on
having a
it.
jet ski section or something. So
What's up? I'll park it next to your little scooter thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. And then just get, anybody that works on a 2-stroke engine, they're not that different,
No.
Like, hey, just help me rebuild this carburetor.
Pull the car off, zip
Yeah.
it, clean it out, put it back on, runs fine.
I've done that, and I think I've got a blown head gasket, so now I need to know, how hard can that be? Let's replace a head gasket.
Just like 4 bolts.
Yeah, just like 4 or 5 or 17 or 100
something.
volts.
Yeah, it depends on
Yeah.
how many cylinders.
And they got to be torqued down to a certain degree and all that stuff. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Be cool. I'm coming. I'm bringing the wave runner. So
Cool. Yeah, I'll come out. It's really fun out there.
that sounds
We've
right.
been the past 6 years, so. Well, 5 for Okeydoke, but 6 years in total.
So what's the future of Okeydoke?
Yeah.
Any no other bands named Okeydoke, I would hope.
There's a band called Okeydoke.
Really?
I did not think about
I
that.
think they're pretty big now.
Does that pose a challenge? Okeydoke versus Okeydoke.
I don't
How do they
think-
spell
I don't
it?
think so.
Is it
It's just
spelled?
it's all together, I think, or maybe it's 2 separate words. See, mine is all one word technically. It's just Okeydoke together.
Okay.
It's kind of how I branded it, so that way no one can kind of because
Right.
Okeydoke is 2 words, but I just
Right.
put it together, so it's just mush.
So they just have an extra E on the end of theirs or something?
They have it. It's an EY, so it's
okay.
Okey and
Okeydoke.
Dokie.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
But no letters from them yet saying, hey, cease and desist.
Yeah, it only posed a thread at first. So we had been in business for about 2.5, 3 years. So about 2 years ago or so, it just popped up. But someone had tagged me in their story post, but it was a band.
I was about to say, so is
I was
this
like,
just accidental tagging?
This is weird. So how did I get tagged in this? This isn't me. So I tap on it, and it was the band. And then I saw that they were like touring, and they were like coming to Saturn like one of those weekends. And I was like, oh.
Was that a band we went and saw? Did we see? Okay, we saw that band.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we actually went and saw Okeydoke, and we were like, that's a pretty good little band.
Yeah.
It was like a free show. Saturday does free
Yeah.
shows all the time.
Yeah, but
And,
their Instagram handle at the time, I think they changed it. I can't remember. I don't really keep up with it anymore because it bothered me. But it was Okeydoke Band.
Okay.
And then mine is Okeydoke brand.
Oh my god.
So
God.
it's like, come on, dude. Like you
Is
could've-
Okeydoke already taken?
Like
or
you could have
Okeydoke
done
taken?
like Okeydoke music or like why does that have to be band? Because that's like letters off.
That's pretty damn
Like
close.
you take a few and add a few, like it's right
Yeah.
there. So when
Okeydoke
people are
brand, Okeydoke
searching,
man.
so we were
I just said it wrong.
yeah,
Like,
we were
dude.
ahead of them for a little bit. I think they've climbed further. We kind of have stayed the same number for about a year or so.
But no misorders being like, I thought this was band merch.
Oh yeah, none of that.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
We did have
Yeah.
that before though.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of those, thank God. I mean, surely you go on a website.
You've set yourself apart from
Oh, yeah.
people knowing,
Yeah.
hey, this is
Yeah.
not band merch.
Because I think before, like, Active was kind of confusing at the time. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just wanted to put artwork on
That's
a
what
t-shirt
made
and
it
sell
cool,
it,
yeah.
You know? I just wanted, at the time, I wanted to just, have money to, like, fund, like, little extra hobbies that I couldn't afford while working at Starbucks or whatever. So,
So what is the future of the brand? Just keep growing, keep doing it?
Keep
or is
growing.
it just kind of like a sideline hobby right now while obviously Chase Bays is taking off? Or
I would like to do more with it, for
Yeah.
sure. I think that definitely more stuff, but
maybe
I
you need
wanna-
to get
I
like
wanna-
a staff going for you.
yeah, I want to get into more, not marketing and stuff like that. I'd rather give that to someone else. But I would like to get into more like unique items, like things that people don't really have. Like
I saw one
Dude,
thing.
like-
I was getting ready for this podcast. I was kind of going through the thing.
Yeah.
And you were making these buttons.
horn buttons.
Horn
yeah.
buttons.
That was the
And
start.
I was
of-
like, that's so
Yeah,
sick.
that was-
That's like, I would never think.
yeah,
like,
that was the start of me trying to put together like a parts and accessory division.
yeah,
of the
that's
company.
cool. Do a little
So
button on
instead
your
of
horn.
doing, your regular merchandise like apparel and stuff, jump out of stickers, let's do something that has to do with cars.
Sure.
What can
Something
we
that can
put
actually
our-
be mounted in a
yeah,
car.
what can we put
Yeah.
our logo on? How can we make it unique? I was like, oh, okay, well, let me look at packaging. Dude, I spent months.
The packaging is so sick.
I spent months on that. I mean, like sizing it down, finding the right companies to like make the boxes. I had like 3 different samples. It took forever. And then I ran into an issue where at the time I was trying to use these stickers, and the company that wanted to print the dome stickers didn't want to do like an MOQ of like 100. They only want to do like 1,000. I don't need 1,000.
I'm not investing in
I
that
don't
many.
think that
Yeah.
I'm going to sell that many horn buttons. Well, I was wrong because I sold like 100 in the first.
But you were like
Hey.
putting the
Yeah,
the
I-
resin or
yeah.
whatever that goes on the top
I
yourself.
hand poured the resin or hand mix, hand poured resin. I had a dude print all the stickers for me and stuff, and I made like a jig. So I have a vinyl plotter, so I made like these barriers and stuff, and I take the stickers and put them down into the barriers, so that way if the resin pours over the sticker on accident, it doesn't go and hit the other sticker, and then it's a domino effect to each sticker.
Sure.
So it was like a little insurance policy for me to like make sure, okay, stickers aren't really that cheap, especially when you're trying to get like good ones made. So I was like trying to make sure that everyone was like perfect. But yeah, it worked out. Those sold really well.
So you're gonna do another batch of
Those and those
Yeah.
the what are they called? The croc pendants.
Oh yeah, we did croc charms.
Those were gone so
Dude,
fast.
Croc charm-
I don't
what's a
even
croc
own
charm?
Crocs, and I
We-
was like, I'm buying this
like
pendant
Crocs,
to
like
get
Crocs.
Crocs.
Like
like the shoes.
The shoes that people hate on.
Okay,
Yeah.
can we pull
You
that
made-
up?
I made croc.
Can you
pivots.
switch over to
I made little croc
Okeydoke
charms.
Instagram?
So that's a big thing right now.
They're so cool.
Croc
Which is
pennants.
And then just
insane.
scroll down.
Yeah, so that's a sticker.
So there's the buttons.
Croc charm guy.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Right there. Look at that.
in the middle, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, so that first post, the one where they're all like kind of stacked together. So I ordered 100 of them.
What
They
is that? Is it
costed-
just a sticker?
They cost nothing to make.
If you make more,
cents on the dollar, and I sold them for $10 a piece or something. And I sold all. So I held 25 for me and friends, and so that I could have at least maybe 15 or so to sell at Riverside that following weekend. I put them all on the site, not thinking that they would all sell out, and I sold out of them completely.
Croc-
I was like, okay, hold on. So there's 75 or so people out there that just have Crocs that want this charm.
I would
Like
buy
my mascot.
Crocs.
Well, what is it?
I would buy
though?
Crocs to
Like,
rock
is it a button?
It's like
It's
a little PVC rubber, like
pins.
Does it just have like an adhesive back that you stick on?
No,
yeah.
no.
So it's got a
So
little.
it pins through like a pin on your.
It's got like a little like plastic barb on the back of it, and so you just like push it through the hole and it just stays there.
Okay.
Yeah. So not like an actual pin, but kind of like a push pin.
Croc.
Yeah, it's a
Pendant.
croc charm.
Pendant.
Croc charm. Like I didn't even know such
And I was
a
gonna
product
go
even
get
existed.
some more made, and the company said, "Oh, sorry, we lost your logo file. You're gonna have to pay for another mold fee."
Man.
And I was like, "Oh, that's the biggest cost of it." So
Yeah.
the mold fee for that one little croc charm was like, I don't know, $100. And it's like,
Croc
yeah,
charms, man.
I could pay for it again.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
dude.
then they were like, oh,
My
you know,
mind's being
COVID
blown.
and shipping and prices of
Yeah.
materials gone up. And I was like, this isn't worth it. So that's, again, why I've kind of just
I
been
got
on putting the brand on the back burner because everything's so expensive.
Everything.
We
Yeah.
went to go get more Nabori flags made with
Mm-hmm.
like new sticker designs on them. Dude, the shipping was like $600 for like 500 flags.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now I got to add $1 to $2 extra onto these flags along with shipping on my end to make a profit. And I'm like, well, no one's going to buy a $50 flag,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm like, this isn't worth it right now. I'll just wait. So all like the hard merchandise that I've been wanting to do, like the parts division and stuff, like I want to do shift knobs and just random little
Yeah.
things here and there.
Zach can print you some shift knobs. How hard is that? You got a screen printing shop you're about to start.
But shift knob?
Shift knobs.
What
How
are you
easy?
talking
That'd be
about?
easy, man.
No,
You can do
sir.
that.
No,
Yeah.
sir. No, sir.
Croc charms. Is that what
Cool,
we said?
man.
Croc charms.
They're called like giblets
yeah,
or something.
giblets.
Croc giblets.
Yeah,
Gibbets.
croc charms or croc gibbets. But yeah,
That's crazy.
What's crazy to me is, so the post before that when we were teasing, I don't think we said like what they were, but everybody just knew what it
I thought they were
was.
pins. I thought they were like,
Well, yeah, so we got countless people like in our DMs saying, "Oh, are they pins? What is this? Oh, is it like a sticker or something?" I was like, "Oh no, it's just weight, whatever." And then we posted the croc charm thing, and people are just like, "Oh,
Croc charms.
I don't need it, but I want it."
Yeah.
There was people saying, "Hey, like please hold some for me, whatever." But
I'm getting some for the whole family.
so that weekend we showed up at Riverside, and I put them out there, and at the very bottom of like
Have you ever
little
heard
grid
of
wall,
croc charms? Is that like a thing?
like the bottom of the very bottom of the grid wall, and one dude walks up and he's like, "Is this a croc charm?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh my god!" And like told all his buddies behind him, and there's like 20 right there.
dude.
And him and all of his friends grab them. We ring them up, and that's it.
We're done.
They're gone. Yeah.
The world of
And I
croc
was like,
charms.
and I looked at Emily, and I was like, we just sold the remaining, like what? Probably like 15 or 20 croc charms.
Are we using that terminology right? Croc charm?
Croc charm. Yeah.
Croc
I
charm.
call them croc charms. They're called
Gibbets.
gibbets.
Dude.
Yeah. Little
They're cool, Alex.
I'm
Shut
on it.
up.
But there's a other company that's like in the car community doing like really cool ones too. He like does people's cars, and like people have like little
On the
croc
That's-
cars
that's pretty
and
rad.
cars and like little like engines and stuff like that.
Is there a
So-
more successful shoe company than Crocs? That's crazy.
Dude, those are my personal pair. Those are very comfortable.
Nice.
I wear them to work sometimes.
I'd
with
buy
ring
some.
bands.
I would totally buy some.
Dude, I used to hate them. I used to clown on them.
Dude.
And
Everybody
then
did.
I'd put a pair on because I had an issue with like a thing on my toe. And I was like, I can't wear shoes right now, so I need something else to wear. So my girlfriend bought me those. So I'm like, these are fucking awesome. I'm gonna make a croc charm for it. So her buying the
So do
Crocs
people
on-
have like just decked out, just like charms?
there's-
from all
there's
this
people-
like
yeah, so
styling?
Croc culture,
If you wanna
Alex.
Croc culture, man.
shout out to a company, if you want to look them up, it's called Flock, Flock. It was called Croc Flock, but I think
Flock, that
Croc
flows
went
so
after
well.
him or something, right?
Croc went after him and was like, hey, you can't, what are you doing? You can't use our name in your like company logo or whatever.
Croc
So
flock.
Flock,
Flock.com.
or maybe, just go back to Instagram, and then I think it's just Flock.
Oh, search it on
I
Instagram.
think it might be just Flock, Flock.
That's still a great name to get.
Young Flock.
Flock MFG.
Flock MFG,
Yeah.
4 down, right there.
Yeah, so he reached out. What?
It's huge.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one is.
Oh,
big.
that's that pair right there. Click on that, then on the left. Not
Go
the
down.
bottom,
No, go
not
down.
below the baby.
Is that Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Dwayne the Croc Johnson.
Oh, that's funny.
Go
Oh,
right below the one you clicked on.
That's good. See, that's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, just blinged out.
I think that's so cool.
I didn't even know this was a thing. Oh my God. Croc
Yes.
charms. Croc charms are in.
Yeah, it's wild.
That is wild. The
I
wild
have a
world
few
of
other
croc charms.
friends companies that are making croc charms too. I love it. It's just something different to put
Yeah.
out there. Something
Sure.
different than like a sticker or like a pin or whatever. I want to
Rocking
get
my
pins,
my
but-
croc charms.
Dude,
Yeah,
we
it's-
just partnered with
Crazy.
Blake, who's doing sticker stuff.
Yeah.
Sticker game is the game to be in.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Especially if you're doing like
Stickers-
holographic.
Stickers
and
are what
I was-
started the brand.
I
That's all I sold for a long time.
I told Tim, I'm like, LCY needs to be a sticker brand. He's like, what? And I'm like, look at Lake's numbers. Look at what he's pulling look what he's pulling in.
Blake is our
off-
cousin who's
off
doing
sticker
like
sales
anime
alone.
like stickers and stuff.
Insane.
Yeah, you have a sticker
Insane.
that's 30 cents. You sell it for $5 to $6. So probably
$7,
$9.50 plus shipping.
for a sticker.
Sells out.
So when we go out of
crazy.
town, we mainly only sell stickers. Like we'll sell some T-shirts and stuff like that, but I usually don't bring a lot because I'm not expected to just sell a bunch of T-shirts or whatever. But we'll sell hats, we'll sell lanyards, we'll sell like little tiny things, but stickers. People will come in and we'll do like a deal where, you get 3 for $10 instead of 3 for $15. So you get one free technically. And dude, they'll eat it up and we'll just run out. And we'll come home and we're like, oh, we got $5,000. What are we going to do with it? Oh, just pour it back in the brand.
Yeah.
Just buy more stickers. Just pump out more designs.
That's how
For
Lake's
some
going.
reason, dude, stickers will never die down. I don't know what it is, but stickers will always be one of the top sellers. And they're just easy to sell. You get a lot of money out of them.
Yeah, he started with stickers, and now he's now that he has all this money, he's like, do I just keep making stickers? Do I branch off into more stuff? So we're working with him to do other stuff. But
Heck yeah.
I lost it. I'm like, this cannot be real. Your profit margins on these stickers. He's like, it's real. It's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
There's a lot
Crazy.
of profit in there.
Well, dude, thank you so much for coming to hang,
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
We talk
I
about
guess
stickers
about that.
and brands and everything. So this is awesome. Where can people check out your stuff if they want to invest more in your brand or see what Chase Bays has got going on?
Well, you can check us out at Okeydoke Brand altogether on Instagram. We don't have a Twitter or anything crazy like that.
Not to be confused with Okeydoke.
Yeah,
Okeydoke Band.
Yeah, I think their Instagram handle is different now, so no worries there. But yeah, just Okeydoke Brand altogether. You can check us out there or www.okeydokebrand.com. And then my personal Okie_Dustin, and then Chase Bays is Chase Bays altogether on Instagram and chasebays.com. So
I'll put links to everything in the description. So if you're an audio listener or video listener, just check the description. Links will be there. Before we part ways, Dustin did bring us gifts. And on a previous podcast, Dustin brought us more gifts, and we never gave anything in return.
oh,
We have some
Cool.
stuff in return.
cool. I get heavy.
So we got heavy ultra. What size do you want?
So these are
is it a T-shirt or?
Yeah, it's a T-shirt. We got the koozie
Oh,
for you.
cool.
We got the heavy ultra logo front and back print, but we
Oh,
have,
yeah.
we have any size you're interested in.
Dude, large.
Large it is, buddy.
Yeah, man.
That's all we got right now.
Sweet.
There's more stuff in the works, so
That's awesome.
we'll send it
I
your
love
way too.
And thank you for this lovely Okeydoke air freshener. What scent am I smelling here,
It's
Dustin?
squash.
Squash.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
It's JDM's. It's not actual like the vegetable squash. It's like a lemon lime scent from Japan.
It's actually mine. This is what's going in my car.
It smells good, man. It's like permeating through the plastic.
Because every time I order from you, one of these is in there.
I usually send
I'm
them
on
out
like
for free.
I'm on
So,
like my fifth
Usually, if you're a new customer, I send out an air freshener for free because it usually brings them back into
Oh, yeah.
buying more because it smells so good. So that's like my tactic into.
one. Well, I keep getting them for free.
Well, scents like trigger memories,
Well,
right?
also, if I
like-
know you, I'll just throw
Oh,
it
yeah.
in. Like if you're a homie, I just throw it in because like they cost little to nothing, and I ordered a ton of them. I have like 2,000.
Well, I remember I know we didn't get into it, but you kind of talked about the process of narrowing down this scent and that whole
dude,
process.
That was
It's good scent. Whatever you landed on there,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
smells good.
yeah, I won't throw that in the podcast, but
We talked. Yeah, good.
yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming out. We appreciate it.
Yeah, brother. Take it easy.